When you think about doing business today, it's becoming increasingly digital, right? It's like a fast-paced marathon where you have to keep up or risk falling behind. That's exactly why digital transformation and cloud-first strategy are so crucial for enterprises. So think about market competition, for instance. If a business doesn't have a strong digital presence, it's like running a race with a broken ankle. You're not going to get far. Cloud is like our running shoes. They let us respond to changes in the marketplace quicker than ever before, outpacing competitors, delivering top experiences for all of our customers. And speaking of speed, let's talk about efficiency. You wouldn't believe how digital transformation can automate and streamline tasks. It's like having a personal assistant that never sleeps. And what about the cloud? It's like this magic button that lets us scale up or down instantly based on demand, cutting out the need for costly infrastructure. I mean, can you imagine having to manage 2 to 3 data centers all simultaneously? And this is exactly the example that we've seen with a company called Tapestry. Tapestry is a holding company for a few fashion retailers. And after a few mergers, they ended up with 3 data centers. Being able to manage the IT infrastructure there became extremely costly. And so a few years ago, they made the critical and strategic business decision to migrate to the cloud. It took a few years, but eventually they did it. In the last year or so, they have come out on top of their competitors, completely devouring the competition in terms of efficiency and in terms of saving, in terms of cost optimization. The cloud has this pay-as-you-go thing, which means we only pay for what we use. It's like going to a buffet and only paying for the food on your plate instead of the whole spread. We can save a significant amount of money instead of maintaining expensive IT infrastructure. Now, another big plus is how we can use data. It's like we're detectives using digital tools to gather clues about customer behavior, market trends. I mean, you name it. We can make better decisions and get ahead of the game. And you know what's cool about the cloud? It has the computing power to handle big data and perform complex computations, no sweat. The alternative is that we have on-premise infrastructures where we have to continually upgrade to be able to match the computing needs that are continuing to grow. And you can't forget about security and compliance. In today's world, data privacy and security are like this massive fortress we have to protect. I mean, it's not even, we don't even have to mention what companies like Facebook at the time had to go through in terms of in terms of data privacy laws. Thankfully, cloud providers have the artillery to maintain this fortress with incredibly advanced security measures. They also handle all the tricky compliance stuff, which is a massive relief for businesses as well. And all in all, what we've seen is that having cloud infrastructure is significantly safer and more secure than having an on-premise infrastructure. Now, another bonus is sustainability. Cloud solutions are like an eco-friendly car of the IT world. More efficient, more energy efficient than traditional data centers. It's a big deal for businesses aiming to reduce their carbon footprint. As that continues to be the trend and be at the forefront of a lot of enterprises out there is the idea of being eco-friendly. Consider the workplace. We all know how the COVID-19 pandemic changed things drastically, right? Suddenly being able to work from anywhere became absolutely essential. Well, with cloud-based systems, this is This has completely revolutionized the framework. They promote a work-life balance, offering flexibility that wasn't even conceivable a few years ago. In essence, digital transformation and adopting a cloud-first strategy isn't just an option for businesses today. It's a must-have, and especially when we're talking about the enterprise level. So whether it's staying competitive, boosting efficiency, saving money, leveraging data, what have you, the strategy is cloud first. It's all about staying in the race, and if enterprises are playing their cards right, they will win. And this is exactly why we tell our customers to look ahead and to be able to build a future-proof infrastructure so that 10 years from today, they're not looking back and being like, oh, I wish I made the investment to migrate to the cloud. Because if they're not doing that now, they may still do it later on, but by that time, I'm not saying that it's going to be too late, but I'm going to say that you're going to have a lot of catching up to do. Many people think that moving to the cloud is a technology only decision, but really it's not. It's a business decision driven by executives at the very top, because this is more than just adopting a new CMS and a new platform. This completely revolutionizes how the company does business. So let's talk about cloud migration. It's like moving from an old creaky house to a nice modern feeling apartment in the city. The move in and of itself is going to be tricky. I mean, you're going to have boxes laying around. In fact, you may even need to take a few days off of work to be able to make the move as easy as possible. And by no means really is it going to be easy. I mean, what we could do is make it as smooth as possible. And so it's kind of like that with cloud migration. Once you finish the move and you're all settled in, I mean, boy, is it worth it. I mean, people don't move for the sake of moving. People move because they want to update their experience. So we're talking about rapid scalability, flexibility, and instant access to technology that we really didn't have access to coming from data centers. We can speed up response times, making lightning fast innovations, and really impress our customers. Now, no one is arguing that moving to the cloud is easy peasy, because it's not, especially if you're operating at an enterprise level. The truth of the matter is that it is extremely challenging. It is costly, it is time intensive. There may even be disruption to the business depending on how reliant the business is on digital. Once you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you get to the other end of the tunnel, it is absolutely worth it, because not only are you keeping up with the trend, at that point, you're actually ahead of your competition. So let's talk about AWS. AWS is obviously a major player in the space. One of the great things about AWS is the absolute huge breadth of services that they offer. It's kind of like a giant toolbox with a tool for nearly every job that you can think of. Need to store data? I mean, there's Amazon S3. If you're looking into machine learning or AI, AWS offers SageMaker. It's like having this multi-purpose Swiss Army knife in your pocket. Aspect of scalability. AWS is perfect for handling fluctuating workloads. If your traffic spikes during holiday sales or you're launching a new product, AWS can handle that very easily. And this is the kind of elasticity that means that you only pay for what you use. And it's kind of like buying an adjustable suit that always fits no matter how much weight you gain or lose, right? AWS offers incredible benefits for enterprises. It's a powerhouse of a platform, and with the right planning and management, it can really fuel the business's journey in the digital race. Whether it's scalability, a huge array of services, the global reach, its security is incredible. AWS really can be a game changer for enterprises migrating to the cloud, which is exactly why we tell our customers all the time to consider AWS as their go-to platform to be able to really leverage as they're looking at a cloud-first strategy.